All right, so let's begin this group discussion. Hello and good afternoon. A very warm welcome to all the participants to another exciting episode of Entab CampusCare EdTalks Student Edition, an exclusive platform where students get to showcase their viewpoints on various intellectual and interesting topics with us. But before we start with today's episode, let me first briefly introduce you all to Entab. With a rich experience of 21 years, Entab has been associated with over 1,500 schools spread across India, evolving them to become new age digital campuses by providing them with mature and futuristic ERP, CRM, and mobile apps. So, technology has changed the medium of every task and activity. It has progressed massively, enabling every move and task to be tracked and monitored alongside collecting the data. Now the question arises, can we utilize the technology to tackle financial crimes? Our topic today revolves around the same, and we'll get to know about this topic more. So, for today, we have some young and talented kids with us from different schools. Who will share their viewpoints on this topic, and now it's time to introduce them one by one. And kids, just introduce yourself one by one, and we can start with our first participant, who is Anmol. Anmol, please introduce yourself.
Hello, good evening everyone. I am Anmol Agarwal from St. Mary's Convent Senior Secondary School, Dhaka. Today I am here to share my views with you all on the topic Can we utilize technology to tackle financial crime? Thank you.
Thank you, Anmol. Thank you so much. Next, after him, we have is Kirti.
A very good evening to all. Myself Kirti Gula. I study in class 11th and I am from Gandhi Public Senior Secondary School, Shohara, Bijnor. And I am excited for this group discussion.
Right. Thank you, Kirti. Thank you so much. Okay, so next we have is Nitish.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, Nitish. Please introduce yourself.
So my name is Nitish Kumar. I am from SM Academy, Kuraspur. So I am very grateful and thankful to my school that they choose me for, and I am the part of this group discussion. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Next up we have is Mansi.
Hello everyone, this is Mansi Singh from Divine Educational Institute, Sikandrabad, Bulandshahr. And I'm highly obliged to be a part of this group discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mansi. Thank you so much. Next up we have is Riddhi.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Riddhi Mudgal from Dayavati Dharmvira Public School, Bijnor, and I'm very happy to be a part of this discussion.
Right, thank you. Next up is Umra. Do we have Umra here? Okay, we'll move ahead with our next participant, who is Aradhya. Do we have Aradhya? Okay, so the next one, the last but not the least, we have is Minakshi.
Hello everyone, this is Manakshi from MDDSD Senior Secondary Public School, and I am very thankful to my MDDSD family to give me this opportunity. Thanks.
Thanks, Minakshi. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's begin this discussion. And the first thing which our audience would love to know from you is like break down types of crimes that can be resolved using technology apart from financial crisis. So what are your viewpoints on this? And we would love to hear Anmol first.
Yes, technology. As we all know about it, we are surrounded by technology from our day to our night routine. Yes, we can utilize it to tackle various types of financial as well as other crimes. These crimes may be cybercrime, theft, burglary, traffic crimes, corruption, etc. and etc. First of all, cybercrime. These are the crimes that are committed online. In one way, with the help of technology, these crimes have been committed, but in another way, with the help of the technology, we can combat these crimes. For example, artificial intelligence, which is the next stage of the technology. We can utilize artificial intelligence in tackling these types of crimes, such as they help us to detect the fraudulent transactions from the real ones, help us to detect the criminals, their location, their trace them, or show us the patterns in which the fraud is committed. Talking about traffic crimes. These crimes are those that are committed by violating the traffic rules. People recklessly drive their car. But now, the government, with the help of the technology, has taken the initiative to reduce these crimes. For example, surveillance cameras. Now these cameras have been put to almost all the national highways of India. They had the people to tackle, they had the government to tackle these crimes. For example, if anyone breaks any traffic rules, then the penalty amount is cut down from their balance in their bank account. In this way, these type of technologies help in reducing the crime. At last, I want to say that with the help of technology, we can tackle financial as well as other crime also. Thanks.
Right. Thank you, Anmol. Thank you so much for sharing your viewpoints on this. Okay, next we can move to Kirti. So, Kirti, do you think that various types of technologies can assist in tackling different types of financial crimes? And please explain how. Like, what is your take, your understanding on this?
There are, I think, the technology can help us a lot in tackling these financial crimes. For example, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data analytics, which are an evolution of technologies, help us to distinguish between the real transaction and the fraudulent transaction. If we take an example, so for example, in recent smartphones, there is a technology that they can identify their true owner by the pressure while they apply on the phone while unlocking the phone, their movement activity while handling the phone, their gesture, etc. So if a phone gets stolen by a thief and he or she may know the pin also, the phone would deny to access the thief on the basis of their movement activity, pressure, and gesture, etc. So, in the similar way, we can use technology to tackle the financial crimes also. Identity theft, which is a type of financial crime in which the thief uses our personal details to access our bank accounts. This can be greatly reduced by using the technology. So, I think that technology is the best way to reduce these financial crimes from our country.
Okay, thank you, Kirti. Thank you so much. Okay, now we would love to hear Nitish. Nitish, what is your understanding on this?
So, first of all, good evening, everyone. So, as I know that technology, so there are ways by which we can prevent the financial crime. As Kirti is giving the example of smartphone, that if our smartphone is get stolen and the true owner is able to unpin that, now not another person who is stolen the phone, as we can apply same the rule on the financial crimes, we can use the technologies on it and we can save the financial crime, we can stop the financial crime. As I understand that technology help in prevent the financial crime in various ways, like AI, artificial learning, ML, and data analytics, and are seen as the stage of evolution of technology. So the main method of the technology is just a, I can't explain, but I'm trying.
Nice,
Actually,
nice. आपको हिंदी में वो चीज बोलनी है समझाने के लिए, यू कैन डू दैट, नो प्रॉब्लम.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So actually, I want to say that कि टेक्नोलॉजी मतलब टेक्नोलॉजी हमारी जिस तरीके से हेल्प कर रही है, हम लोग जैसे कि फोन का एग्जाम्पल कृति ने भी दिया, एंड वही एग्जाम्पल मैं देना चाह रहा हूँ कि जिस तरीके से हम अपने फोन को अनसेफ मतलब सेफ कर लेते हैं, अगर हमारा फोन चोरी हो रहा है, सो वहीं पर अगर हम टेक्नोलॉजी की हेल्प से जो कि करप्शन एंड वॉट एवर इज गोइंग ऑन अराउंड द वर्ल्ड लाइक थीफ आइडेंटिफिकेशन थीफ एंड सो ऑन, उसी को हम टेक्नोलॉजी की हेल्प से सेव कर सकते हैं. दैट्स ऑल. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Nitish. Thank you so much. Okay, next we would love to hear Mansi. So, Mansi, do you think it is rather unsafe to depend on technology to solve financial crimes?
I don't think so that it's unsafe to depend on to depend on technology to solve financial crime, but it is rather unsafe to totally depend on technology, because yes, technology is becoming more and more important in our lives. So we should not depend on something that much that we can't live without it. Like in past, we also solved many problems related to crimes not by using technology, by using other methods. But nowadays, criminals have also taken more advanced ways to do crimes, like they are using internet, they are doing hacking, etc. So yeah, we have to depend on technology to solve it, but uh, we cannot be dependent on something that much that we can't live without it, like I said. So yeah, that's
All
it.
right. Thank you, Mansi. Okay, then we would love to hear Riddhi.
Yes, ma'am. So I want to mention that even the most beautiful roses have thorns. So how can technology serve us without disadvantages? So the first thing is that I want to bring statistics among you. Only 2% on the average transactions flagged by the device are ultimately real transactions that are doing fraud. So hence raising questions on the legacy of depending on technology for financial crimes. So I completely agree that however technology is improving day by day and this issue may be cured soon, but yes, it truly said that prevention is better than cure. Then be very cautious while using online wallets such as Paytm and other things. So yes, a short carelessness may lead to a big loss in your property or something. So thank you.
Thank you, Riddhi. Okay, so we can move to Minakshi then. So Minakshi, can you please discuss some top technology trends in combating the financial crime?
Ma'am, will you please repeat your question?
So I was saying, please share some top technology trends in combating the financial crime.
Yes, ma'am. Firstly, I would like to present some statistical data of financial crime in India in front of you. In 2020, there are 1,850 million Indian rupees, which was we lost in financial crime, and in 2021, they become less and become 1,384. सो दैट मीन्स कुछ ना कुछ तो ऐसा है ना हमारे पास जो इसे कम कर रहा है, और आई थिंक टेक्नोलॉजी एक बेस्ट वे है इसको कम करने के लिए. ये नहीं कह सकते हम कि टेक्नोलॉजी खत्म कर सकता है, लेकिन एक बेस्ट वे है इसको बहुत कम करने के लिए. और हाँ, मैं जैसे हमारे पास बहुत सारे ऑनलाइन वॉलेट्स हैं, जैसे हम फोन पे का यूज करते हैं, पेटीएम्स का यूज करते हैं, ये सब हमें पासवर्ड देते हैं. और इस टाइम तो आधार लिंकिंग बेस्ट है, जो हमारे थंबनेल प्रिंट्स का यूज करके ये श्योर कराता है कि हाँ वो हम ही है जो ये ट्रांजैक्शन कर रहे हैं. तो ऐसी बहुत सी चीजें हैं जो इसे हमसे बचाती हैं, और टेक्नोलॉजी इसमें बहुत हेल्पफुल है. थैंक यू.
Okay, thank you, Minakshi. Okay, then we can move to Anmol.
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
thoughts on the same?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I also thought that with the help of technology, we can combat these issues. There are various technologies that help in combating these issues. For example, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data analytics, biometrics, blockchain, facial recognition software, etc. etc. These technologies help us to prevent these types of fraud. Taking the example of blockchain, it is a new type of technology. It helps its participants to transfer their ownership of digital assets and record them in a ledger format in the real time or in near real time. In this way, they can get a full proof that they have transferred their ownership and can prevent it from fraud. Another one is facial recognition software. It is an advanced technology in which the system detects the face of the people by the photos that are stored in their database. It helps us in preventing any unknown one to enter in an area that is a subject to any place and preventing the fraud. At last, I want to say that there are many other technologies that are less undiscovered that may be helpful in combating these issues. Thanks.
Thank you, Anmol. Thank you so much. Okay, so Kirti, this is for you. So, do you think that Aadhaar linking is relevant to this issue we are discussing? And if so, how? And if not, how? Like, what is your take on this?
Yes, ma'am. I want to say that Aadhaar linking is relevant to this issue in which we are discussing that how technology can be utilized to tackle the financial crimes. It is necessary to link Aadhaar with the bank accounts because and some people's thought that this can be harmful for their bank accounts, but this is not so, and this makes their bank accounts more safe and secure because if any fraud tries to access their bank accounts, then he or she can be easily located by this and punished. So, according to me, Aadhaar linking is relevant because it is a technology which we can use in this time to tackle the financial issues. And by the use of Aadhaar, no one can access to our bank accounts to withdraw the money from it. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Kirti. Thank you so much. Next, we would love to hear is Nitish.
Yes, ma'am. So, as the question is about the Aadhaar linking. So, according to me, making Aadhaar mandatory is a good initiative taken by our government. According to me, it is more advantages than the disadvantages, and I am here to describe some advantages related to it. So, Aadhaar is a unique ID of everyone, and we cannot carry the passport, license, and so many and other documents. But Aadhaar is only we can carry easily at any place. Before 18, we are our license, passport, PAN card, and other document. But we have our ID card, Aadhaar card. So data in Aadhaar is secure, and no one can access our data without until we are not going to give the OTP to anyone. And it is managed by our government. It is managed by our government organization UIDAI. So it is not going to be leaked our data, and our data is secured in Aadhaar. So that's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Next, Mansi. So, Mansi, according to you, what will be the role of AI in solving the financial crimes?
AI really plays a very important role in solving crimes, and it definitely will be very useful in solving financial crimes too, because it stores the past history records of the person, and it provides the records to the companies, to the government, and to store so much record and to supply it in a very short amount of time is a really time association of only some type of technology, which is AI technology. So yeah, it's very efficient, and it's very relevant and very reliable technology, so it should be used to tackle financial crimes, as you
All
said.
right, okay, thank you. Next, we can hear Rithi. Rithi, what is your thought process on? Like, what are your thoughts on this? Yes, Rithi.
So, artificial intelligence or AI has the potential to work beyond our thoughts. It is just so advanced and, processed that it can work beyond human powers. So, if I mention some of its uses in this financial crime fighting, so first of it is that it can easily distinguish fraudulent transactions from real transactions, which a human can definitely not do. So the second thing is that it can analyze large amount of data, which can in a very labor saving and efficient way, which cannot be done by us. Another thing is that artificial intelligence or machine learning or data analysis, these are some of the features of the technology that we are seeing in today's world. So they can easily be used to fight these sort of problems, like, because we all know that artificial intelligence is made up in such a way and it has the processing and programming that it saves all the data that we are doing on it. And money laundering, another thing that is being raised here. So money laundering can be prevented with the use of AI because it saves all the data. And so this is how AI can help us. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next, we can hear Meenakshi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, your thoughts on this?
Ma'am, please repeat.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. I mean, actually, according to you, what will be the role of AI in solving the financial crimes?
Ma'am, AI play a very vital role in this. As we all know, AI is the मतलब मैम वो AI जो है वो हमारे सोच से भी परे है, जो हम सोच नहीं सकते वो तक कर देते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ AI. इंफॉर्मेशन, आर्टिफिशियल इंफॉर्मेशन वो है इस टाइम तो मैम ऐसा हो गया है कि उसके बिना हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं कि एक अलग लेवल का ही उनका वो है, क्योंकि हम जो डेटा कलेक्ट नहीं कर पाते हैं, जो डेटा फाइल्स में एक टाइम तक दबा रहता था, उसे निकालने में भी बहुत टाइम लगता था। एआई की हेल्प से बहुत जल्दी हो जाता है। उसमें ना तो ज़्यादा टाइम लगता है और वो डेटा सेफ भी रहता है। पेपर वर्क और वो सब उनसे बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल है ये हमारे लिए इस टाइम पे।
Okay, thank you, Meenakshi. Thank you so much. Okay, anybody else who want to share something on this? Or we can wrap up. Okay, so it's time to wrap up. And yes, so it was great interacting with all of you. Everyone did a great job. It was great interacting with you. अच्छे सबने अपने व्यू पॉइंट शेयर किए एंड हाँ, how can I forget the lovely audience. Thanks to the lovely audience who have joined us for this session. And I was just going through the session which is going live on YouTube, and I can see people are voting for Meenakshi. Then we have for Meenakshi के लिए बहुत सारे votes आ रहे हैं. People have started commenting for her, for Riddhi as well. So keep going, guys. Just keep voting, keep commenting, keep voting for your favorite person to win. But make sure that the votes of the subscribers will only be valid. Okay. So thank you so much once again to all the lovely participants, to all the lovely audience. And yes, it's time to say goodbye. Till then, stay happy, stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.